This is my graph character. It's just a classic image of like a b-boy. It was originally Bronx Boy, but you know, it transcended into just a person. You know, there's B girls, B people. A person that basically is, you know, down with the culture of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And like certified, like it's a part of them. That's what makes you a B-boy or a B-girl, you know. But it, you know, it definitely...
You were a B-boy yourself as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
why?
original B-boy. Because I'm a B-boy because hip-hop has always been a part of me, and now that I'm not only a fan, I'm a part of it, I feel totally complete. You know what I mean? Like, I contribute to the culture. I contribute to the art. It's that dyslexic catastrophe I stay on. I might have to smack your syntax into the ginger snaps out of it, or you could remain a sweet cookie cut out that's counterfeit. My mouth cause a ripple, your mouth cripple.
Cannibal Ox is revolutionizing hip-hop, underground and all that. It's too bad that, you know, at least here in the States, hip-hop isn't hip-hop. Unfortunately, hip-hop has just turned into this, like, disgusting, shitty... I wouldn't even call it art form anymore. It's just terrible. It's a hideous monster. And people talk about things that they don't even know about, you know? Gucci and cars and clothes and all of this. It's just fake and it's nonsense. And it's like, nowadays, you gotta, in order to get a record deal, you have to talk about that bullshit.
And then you got the young kid who's starving, who's actually talented, but he ends up doing a song and dance because they gave him a wild advance check. And he doesn't even know, he doesn't get no royalties until that advance check is paid back. So he done brought his mom a house, brought himself 3 houses, got his girl a house. His single goes nowhere. He owes his label money. He's bankrupt.
You know what defines hip-hop nowadays? MTV defines hip-hop. Define hip-hop and define the state of music. MTV. Whatever MTV plays is the new shit.
I cannot front, yo.
You know what I mean?
They do have a huge influence.
Yeah, we ain't even the shit anymore. You know that, right?
Yo, they
boy bands. It's like if you gotta, you know, hip-hop isn't MTV's #1 cookie anymore. It got
boy band.
Yeah,
It used to be hip hop.
It's NSYNC and shit like that.
I guess they had venom for Lennon. To leave blood soaking in this cotton and Lennon.
It's good.
You gonna do?
I'ma fill it in. Let me hear it. I forgot what I dropped.
Yo, they laughing at you while I'm looking at her in the 3rd row. Your mic's broken, but mine works like a mistletoe.
I like champagne, I like women, I like cars, but I just don't feel the need to rhyme about all that. I don't feel I can do it justice.
It's like a mistletoe
To the beginning.
echo of
To the what?
To the beginning of the rhyme.
That is the beginning. Oh, my bad. Oops.
Let's be real, you know? You don't want to hear about my stories about eating mayonnaise and black pepper. You want to see a beautiful girl on the beach laying on a BMW. Let's be real. You don't want to hear Pigeon. You don't want to hear Iron Galaxy. You don't want to hear that. It's sorrow. It's pathetic.
this country, our country, this generation, we kind of feel like we're outside of the rules of history, you know what I mean? We kind of feel like we have established something so great that it is now completely sort of like separate, parallel, but different from the rules of reality and the rules of history. This country fucks up by sort of allowing ourselves to believe that we are above that, allowing ourselves to believe that we live on a moral high ground, when in reality, we're just the fucking same as every other dirty-ass, raw government out there. We want fuel, we want power, we want control, we want money. It completely comes through my music. It's what I'm about. It's the thing that I feel that I want to express artistically. You know what I mean? It's the viewpoint that I'm grounded in, that I come from, the fear of power. You know, in order to spark, like, you know, people's minds, you have to take the extreme point of view, or else motherfuckers aren't gonna listen. I've had friends challenge me to make happy beats, you know? Someone once bet me $500 that I couldn't make a beat that wasn't dark. And I still haven't won that bet yet. I don't go for gothic or scary or evil. What I go for is something that gives it a little bit more of attention. You know, something that provides a little bit more of an unsettling. I like to. My goal, especially with doing the Cannibal Ox album, was to produce something that had elements of beauty and at the same time elements of sorrow. If I'm working with someone else, I look at the MC as the actor and myself as just the person who's providing the score for the film. Blade Runner is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm a little bit obsessed with Philip K. Dick, who's the author. It really fucking just ripped my head open when I was a child. You know, I was always into fiction and science fiction to an extent because it's, you know, we're talking about extremes again, you know what I mean? It's
what happened here would be considered before science fiction even.
People would think it was science fiction. People would think it was a fucking Bruce Willis movie, you know what I mean? The whole point is that it's only science fiction until it's reality, you know? And I think that a lot of people don't realize that. So I give a lot of credit to people like Philip K. Dick and movies like Blade Runner for whatever purpose it has, because at the very least, they're taking the logic of today's society and creating an extreme. They're throwing it 1,000 years in the future and creating an extreme. And regardless of how much truth it has inherently just as a story, it certainly has a lot of truth as a metaphor.
Know what I'm saying? Think you got it figured out by now. Yo.
If first you don't succeed, try again. Step up to the mic and die again. This is the next lifetime and you wanna battle. Either you like the incarnation or the smell of carnations. The samples, the flesh, and the beats, the skeleton. You got beef, but there's worms in your Wellington. I'll put a hole in your skull and extract the skeleton. Oh my God, said a word twice. Fast air, I'm twice as nice. You get caught up and my blade might get diced. Flesh is dangerous here. Yo, it's Cano, yo. If first you don't succeed, try again. Step up to the mic and die again. This is the next lifetime, and you wanna battle. Either you like reincarnation or the smell of carnations. The samples, the flesh, and the beats, the skeleton. You got beef, but there's worms in your Wellington. I'll put a hole in your skull and extract the gelatin. Mustard seed faith move mountains. This is the jailhouse rap. Like faces in a cell block. You'll catch a Kennedy curse from the speed knot. Son, I'm Mac, cause I think different. Plus your girl's sex technology, I wanna plug in. Now every egg my goose lays, stay golden with your poker face. I'll punch you in the stomach and you folded. Folded.
Everyone is here all the time. I don't think there's been a point probably in a year where there haven't been at least 3 people all together. This is Aesop Rock. Aesop Rock is the progeny of the new generation. Aesop Rock is the representation of one of the directions hip hop is going in the future. And he also chain smokes. He smokes 4 packs of cigarettes a day.
Emotionally, I've seen the bottom of the barrel just based on some things that have happened to me. I put a lot of pressure on myself to sort of live up to the standards of my that I set my standards really high for music and for my life. And you know, sometimes I end up stressing myself out to the point of where I can't do anything, you know, and I can't. I've had lots of problems just sort of operating. I mean, I've had issues with depression and sort of random suicidal tendencies over my life, and I feel like that this year it sort of maxed out, and I definitely hit a point where I just stopped. I hit a low point where I couldn't leave my house because if I went outside, I would get dizzy and I would fall down. Stuff, and I mean, it was a medical problem. And it was
Jesus,
you know,
yakety fucking schmackety. Sorry.
But I was just getting deep too.
Sorry, I know.
It was emotional.
I feel that. He's going through a hard time, man. We all go through hard times. I think that that's what we do, man. That's what we do. We're trying to live and trying to survive these very strange times, and we've got friends who we lean on when we're in trouble and when we don't have our shit together. That's what we do. That's why Def Jux is important to me, because, you know, we're all friends, you know what I mean? It's more of just like a career opportunity, you know? It's like, it's a system of support. We're banding together. We're more powerful in numbers.
But then you're on it. Yo, I bet you I could yawn for an hour.
Yawn
Cause your
for an
style's
hour.
all dry with no rain shower. No power pellet like Pac-Man chasing Ghost. No ghost world. Only thing I seen is ghost girls. Chasing them down a hallway with a tall spray can Krylon. Try on this disguise, man. It might size you up, suit yourself, fit it. Or suit yourself, or I'ma loot the shelf for every black book before I hit it. Shit it out the backside, attack ride, glide on the pterodactyl wing. Watch the fractal swing to the left side.
I just like poetry. I'm just interested in poetry, you know? I'm basically, I'm into like creative speech. You know, I like when someone can say something and it means like many things, or it's multi-layered, you know, so I basically